Oh yeah, it's time to service the 5 Series. Now then, welcome to another video. This video is all about the 5 Series, the daily driver. I didn't really have a video to make today. I'm part way through pissing about with this. It's scattered all over the floor. And I've got to do some little bits on this, but I need to service. It's overdue its service. And you know, we can't be having that, can we? So I've got all the bits to service it. We're gonna do it on the floor because this lass is stuck on the ramp. And we're just gonna have a nice little, I don't know, I'm gonna film, edit and upload this all on my iPhone, which is something that I used to do back in the day, but I've not done for quite a while now. I thought it'd be, well, I didn't think it'd be, basically I didn't bring any of my cameras. And then whilst driving up, I thought, oh, I wonder if I should make a video on this. I asked the Patreons, you know, would you like to see that? This might just be to the, if you're seeing this publicly on YouTube, that means that the Patreons decided it was safe to post. So, all I'm doing is servicing the car, man, and we're going to be tidying it up and stuff. And I'll tell you about what a good whip it's been. I usually get questions asking about tow weights and stuff like that. We can talk some more about. If you want to know more about the real MVP of my channel, of my life, you could say, it's this thing which I paid £2,000 for about 3.5 years ago, just before COVID. Little trivia for you. Remember that? Remember that pandemic? Remember? Fucking yeah, I remember, Peter. Stop living in the past, Peter. Right. That's today's video. If you're wondering how this one's doing quickly, it's I've not done anything to it for ages. It's got a bit of like top end rattle. Can you hear it? All I've done is moved it about. It still needs an alignment and stuff. She's pretty warm. Got a bit of a tick. I don't know where it's coming from. Nah, she's good. Right, let's start with a quick walk around for those of you who aren't aware. For those of you who are very interested to know the car that I spend most of my time in is this lass here, yep. What's she got under the hood? 535D? No. 530D? No. 4-cylinder? No. It's still a 6, but it's a very early 6, 2.5 litre. I've told this story a lot, but long story short, I used to have an Audi, loved PD130s for life. Was always curious about these, but knew they had loads of issues, so never dared to buy one. My Audi flywheel went. This was for sale, very local, for £2,000 or whatever it was. Yeah, and I just bought it for a stopgap, and that was 3.5 years ago. Still here, fixed the Audi, sold the Audi, kept this. And I've had plenty of issues with it at the start. I've had the radio not working. I sent it off to a place in Romania to get the iDrive fixed. Highly recommend them. I'll put the name of them here. I can't remember off the top of my head, but they were very, very professional. There's a lot of people in the UK do it as well, I know, but I mean, this was post-Brexit as well, and I had no issue sending it off for warranty or whatever it was, repair work. And yeah, it cost me about, I don't know, I'm going to say about 300 quid maybe all in, but well worth it. You've got to have the iDrive working. I've not bothered putting CarPlay or anything like that. Think about it, because this has got CarPlay, and I've never used it before. I do quite like it, so I am thinking about it. I get quite a lot of emails from companies in China who want to, you know, they want me to do a video on their CarPlay. I might do, maybe off the back of this video they'll get back in touch, but I used to get quite a lot of emails off them. But yeah, it's an E61, 2005, late 2005, so it's about 18 years old now. It's showing its age on the rear arches a little bit of corrosion. I think the other side's a little bit worse. Yeah, a little bit worse. I mean, don't really matter, don't really bother me. I've washed it a handful, no more than 5 times in 3.5 years have I washed it. We will wash it today, I think, if we get time. We should get time. The interior, well, this will make a lot of you cry. You ready? Well, it's currently a little bit messy from what did I have in here recently? Stuff yeah, I always stuff. The rear seats don't exist anymore. I took them out to get more stuff in. Yeah, it's a mess. It is a mess. We're going to tidy it up today. I want to try and put, I've got a bit of wood floating about down there. It's not going to be big enough actually, I don't think. I want to put a bit of wood over here where the fuel tank cover and all this is, just to cover it. Might even cover it in some fancy material, you never know. But yeah, E61, I live in this car, I do. I spend so long in it. I just up and down the motorways all over the country. It's a cruiser. It's not the best on fuel, it's an automatic. I love an automatic. If don't go kidding on that manuals are the best for a daily, then they're just not. I mean, maybe once you get past about 25 and you see the light, if you remember, I used to have a Volvo T5. Went to buy that car thinking it was I'd never owned an automatic before, presumed it was a manual. It wasn't. I got there, it was an automatic, 4-speed, and yeah, it changed my life. I don't think I'd ever want another manual car as a daily driver. You do pay the price on the fuel economy, but a price worth paying, I think. So it does about 40 average, which is not too bad really, is it, for a big lass? It's not too bad, but it does live on the motorway, and I feel like a manual would probably do a bit more if it lives on the motorway, but whatever. It does 5 series speeds everywhere, you know. I'm not plodding around. It does, you know. It's got battle scars. I did polish the headlights when I first got it, but obviously didn't protect them properly. I crash it all the time. That parking sensor is, yeah. I've also managed to knock the headlight washers. I think I've knocked the tube off that feeds them from the washer bottle, because I can't put more than about a litre in the washer bottle. Be nice to fix that today if we can. The boot doesn't work. They have a split tailgate. That stopped working. I do have a new switch, but the problem is getting the boot open to do that. You can see some trim was missing. Some trim is missing from the last time I went to do that and then got bored and sacked it off. The trim is around here somewhere, I don't know. This is my car. No one else is going to own this car. It'll go to the graveyard when I'm done, so, you know, we'll live it out, you know. What did I do when I first bought it? I put a brand new big Varta 110 amp battery on it. Solid as a rock, yeah. What's in here? Some tyre stuff. I drive around with a spare tyre. I've never had a flat, but it's a few weeks later, but look, it finally happened. Yes. I feel like the moment I take that spare wheel out, I will have a puncture, so I got 4 spare wheels for it for 80 quid. I was going to put winter tyres on them, but never did, and yeah, they're just chilling there. Inside is, yeah, there's only one girl that sits by my side. She's not here today, but that's her seat, yeah. Her own little seat belt and that, yeah. Yeah, you know, right, you know. I've got one bit of wood. I like wood interior, but, oh, interestingly, this is all melted. I got an air freshener from Rusky Weld Fab, or whatever his channel's called. The guy from the east who has Wild Clio, and he calls his Clio after a chemical weapon. And yeah, I don't want to get demonetized, but look what his air freshener did to my interior. Look at that. It's knackered that sticker there. It's melted all this and it's melted all that. I had an air freshener just on the gear knob, yeah. Not good, not good. She's done 188,000 miles, I think she's on now. I bought it on 128, I think, so what's that? 60,000 miles. Yeah. I've done the rear airbags on it. I've done all new front suspension, new brakes and all that, but obviously it's all pretty worn now, and yeah. Crashed it a couple of times. Nothing major, just bumps and scuffs, you know. But yeah, today we're going to service it. So we've got, this is not what it looks like. This is actually out of Darkside's barrel. And we've got various, I think we've got 2 different fuel filters to try. Not sure which one will be the one. We've got a Napa and a Bosch. Oil filter, air filter, cabin filter. Yeah, some of these for other cars, but most of this is all for the 5 Series. So let's get started. I think while the engine's warm, let's start by doing the engine oil. Yeah. All the under trays are like hanging off. I think I'm on the jacking point here, but I can't even remember. You have to watch your stuff bending. Is it bending? Right, I've got the car as high as what I can get it. Because we've got fuel filter to do as well. Which is... Ooh. Don't worry about that. I think I've already fixed it. I think this was... I had an intercooler thingy leaking, chucking oil everywhere, but this is all just water, that's fine. Don't worry about the water. The fuel filter, I think, is under this trim here. I think. I have changed it once before, not long after buying the car, so it's due. But that's the sump plug there, so I'll undo that. There is a lot. There is a lot of shit, isn't there? Yeah. She doesn't leak onto the floor, like she never drips, but that is messy. I mean, it's an old diesel engine, so maybe we'll just ignore that for now, yeah. And yeah, the under trays. I've bodged these back together so many times, but I think they're getting towards the end of the life, but we'll maybe put a few more cable ties on today. That one's broken, look. Probably not helping. That's where I jacked it up from. I think it's meant to have a cover on it, but it doesn't, so bent that a little bit, it's all good. Maybe it's meant to be jacked on that. I don't know. It went up anyway. I've noticed a slight weakness in the iPhone. When I put my finger, it seems to steam up the lens, so sorry about that. I'll try to not steam up the lens with my finger. I do look glamorous on an iPhone though, don't I? I do. Can't knock you. Right, to do anything on these M57s. Torch on, not torch. Oh, I've got neck torch on. Yeah, you have to take this engine cover off, but I learned a long time ago that you don't need to put all the bolts back in. I don't think that one even does anything. I'm 99% sure there's not one in that back corner. Yeah, there we go. Come on. Whoa. There's a sight. Huh. Oil's draining. I only spilled a lot when I was taking the sump plug out, so oil filter, that's you. Well, that's a big nut, isn't it? 25 newtons. Air filter is a pain in the arse. That clip's broke. There's a screw for the air filter down the back somewhere, but I don't think I've ever put it back in, so. I have kept it serviced, this car. I don't do it like once a year or once every 10,000 miles or anything like that. What I do is I reset the computer, and when it tells me to service it again, I service it again. And I put in the oil that you're supposed to put in, and I buy a decent filter. That's all I do. I don't piss about babying it. Schedule, inspection 2 and all that, well, sort of. I normally just do oil and filter, but today we're doing cabin filter and fuel filter as well, so you know, we'll leave the spark plugs alone. But yeah, we need to get this box off, and there's a screw there down the bottom, you can just see it, but then there's another one right down the bottom, and we might say, if we're taking the cabin filter out anyway, I cracked the cabin filter getting it out last time. Oh, it's just ignitioned on. Why has it done that? Maybe not ignition, but yeah, you have to get this panel off, this has to come off, and there's a few screws down the back, and it's a bit of a pain, but I'll get there. But I'm going to undo the oil filter first. That's a big old, what we're saying that is 32, 30? It was a 32. So I was trying to avoid. Why are you using impact tools then? Because I'm lazy. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Right, I've got some dirty jobs to do, and then I'll come back and do the air filter. I'm just going to change the oil filter. Hopefully, Bosch has sent us a new... That one? That looks about right. Hopefully they've put the new sump washer and stuff in here, eh? I think that's the right one. Yeah, new gasket. Right, we're on to winner. 25 Newton meters. If you're in the Americans, you won't understand what that is. I think it's about 18 foot-pounds. It tells on there actually, 19 foot-pounds. Why do they call it Newton meters? It's after a scientist. You have to do it 3 times and you know it's really taut. Why do you call it foot-pounds? Because of feet. Right, I've decided as I'm videoing this, we'll do it properly. And BMW did make it easy for you. You just have to, that's already pretty loose anyway. This unclips sometimes. Maybe you can just give it a, there you go, look. So we're doing this to get to the screws that are at the back. This unclips there, but if you don't unclip it and try and pry it off, it will break. So just be prepared for that. This is the cabin filter, of which I think it has 2. I don't know, I've only got 1 to change, so I guess we'll change the dirtiest one. What are you looking like? Yeah, pretty clean, pretty clean. And this should bolt in, but mine doesn't. That's fine. And you need that just to get to the brake fluid reservoir. That's crazy, that, isn't it? I've never changed the brake fluids. I've topped it up before when I've been fitting stuff and that, but we'll not worry about it. One of the things I had to do when I first bought this car is clean out the drains. Clean out the drains? What do you mean, mate? Well, they have some drains here that go down the wheel well, and they were all full of shit, and I can't remember exactly what was happening. I think there was like water in the engine bay or something. I can't remember. I probably did a video on it back in the day, but yeah. Right now, I can get to, not that one, but you see that one there? Can you see it? Hang on, we'll go for a zoom. That lad there. Yeah. Yeah, it's a bit of a pain in the arse, you could say, but... Right, I've undone both them bolts now, and this should, I believe, just lift off. Is that one not done? Don't fall into the engine. There's one down there being blocked by this intake pipe. For some reason that was in proper tight, but we've got it. Hello? Strut base don't need to come off, does it? Surely not. Hey. I can't remember ever having to take this off before, but maybe just to get the... Maybe. Oh, we're doing it properly today, so I'll whip this out. Was it T50 maybe? It was a T45 and 2 zigzags. Baby, that's all I need, or something like that. I'm not Afro Man. I think it's Afro Man. Oh, that's very bendy. Is that meant to bend like that? That is today. Right, you gonna... What the fuck, bro? This might be a 2-hand job, but I'll persevere. Come on, you can't. It's getting stuck on this intake. Like the inlet for the cabin filter. Don't think that's meant to bend like that, bro. Why are you so fucking stuck, lad? What the fuck? Fuck knows. I can't remember it being that hard before. What? Maybe I've broken something last time I did it or something. That don't look too bad, does it? Say it's done 20,000 miles? I reckon. I don't know, I'll have to look at the computer, see when the last service was, but... Big glass. Ta-da! Might give it a little hoover in here first, there's a few bits of shit floating about. Yeah. Give it a little hoover. I can't remember ever removing this. Surely not to change. I mean, boys, the BMW, I've removed a lot. All right. Surely there's not more. I'm not buying it, but I'm going to wiggle this in anyway. It'll be all right. Right. I know this is a bit of a faff, and I know you're going to be saying, we'll come back to it. There are other cars, right? But you trust me, don't you? You trust me, right? I've driven them all. Not all of them. I've driven most of them, right? And it's worth the extra stress once a year. It's not even an extra stress, really, is it? It's just the way it is. 2 cabin filters. That's insane. I know, right? Now, which way would you say the airflow is? Because I've got these both pointing this way where the airflow's up, so it goes up and through there, and I guess it must come in through the back. But I've only got 1 cabin filter, so I don't know. Hopefully they're the same. And no, I've got all right. Okay. We've got 2 brand new cabin filters, right? But yeah, there's 2 there. All right, never mind that. I was going to decide which one was the best and throw the other one, but airflow, I think that's right. I think the air does flow that way, but I might just Google just to be sure, because, well, so where does the air comes in from there and goes up through it? I think it must do, yeah. This is what it should look like, by the way. The other side's all cracked and fucked. So it clips in there. Air flows in and up. Yeah, it must go up. Yeah, it must go up. Airflow. Up. What do we reckon? Maybe. It's going to be a 2-handed job, but you get the idea, right? Alright, I think that was a success. Oh, pardon me, excuse you. I think it was, and it's not the tidiest thing, but I think it has sealed it up. Yeah. But I've just remembered about something else, another fun job for us. Pull that out for now. In here should be, yes. Thank you. That is a aircon belt and an auxiliary belt, which I bought 3 years ago, 2 years ago. I don't know when, but never changed it. So today's the day, I think. We need to I think this panel comes off and we can get access, I think. I've done the thermostat. When I bought it, I did the thermostats. I think this panel comes off, but yeah, I'm just looking at this washer bottle now. I'm just trying to get this out a little bit. I'll probably fill it up with water and then we'll see where it's leaking from. Make a nice puddle on the floor. Maybe do the other bits first. Do that last. Right, I've just filled it up. I've got a bucket underneath, but it's at the wrong side. Of course it is. So why is it leaking on this side? It's probably something to do with the headlight washer. But yeah, I put a fair amount of literage in there. What used to happen was, if I ever put more than about a litre or 2 in and then parked it on a curb or whatever, then I'd see I can't remember which side it was, but obviously it turns out it's that side. So there we go. So yeah, bumper off then in that case. I don't think we can, look, I'll try and wiggle my hand around, but I think it'll be bumper off. Right, bumper's off. Just done a bit more plastic welding on the parking sensor. Why not? While the soldering iron was out. That's they're only plastic welded in anyway. But yeah, hopefully that one won't come loose again now. I think it was this duct got knocked off a little bit when we were look at these brake cooling ducts. Oh man, Cars started getting real good in the noughties, didn't they? They did. Honestly, they did. They did, and they did. Okay, they did. We're not arguing. They did. Yeah, bumper can chill. We'll maybe give it a clean out before. I might even polish the headlights. You know, I'm getting carried. I know I'm getting carried away, but I might give these another quick clean and maybe even put some lacquer on. Oh, what's happened here? Is it crying inside? That kind of looks internal, doesn't it? Is that internal? Huh, how's that happened? Like bird poo or something? Eh? What? I don't understand. Look at all the coolers it's got. It's cool, isn't it? Radiator power steering cooler, I think, that long one. Bottom one intercooler, I guess, intercooler. And then I think it's got an air conrad at the back as well. Stacked. Look how close they are and everything. That's how you should do your race car. Obviously my Civic's got a big gap between the oil filter, oil cooler and radiator, which is not ideal. But I'm going to take this panel off now, and then hopefully we should have enough access to do the belts. Yeah. Right, I've just got the radiator fan out. It's a bit of a fiddly. Well, you have to take the cover off again. Never put the cover on until you finish the job. You have to bend this out of the way. This is pretty paggy, to be honest, so maybe look at replacing that, but I don't think it's leaking. Right, I've just been looking at how to change this aircon belt. I've not gone to the big belt yet. Big belt should be easy, because I'm pretty sure the tensioner... we'll come back to that. Is it that one? Maybe it's that one. But yeah, the aircon belt, I couldn't see how to do it, right? And I had a look online, and if you look at the belt, the new one, it's got the word elast written on it, right? Basically, you have to stretch it off and stretch the new one back on. Now, the way people do it is they try and there's lots of people whinging on the forums about like how hard it is and all this shit, and take it to a garage and all this shit. But obviously, we're not going to do that. But apparently, you have to knock it off and then turn the crank, or you have to try and persuade it off. I mean, we might just cut it. But obviously, I don't know if the new belt's definitely right or not. So I'm just wondering if I can. I mean, can I stretch it off? Might be a two-hander, hang on. I mean, it's going to be a stretch to get it back on anyway. I'll let you know what I come up with. It's a hot day today. And the aircon was fully functional. But we must trust them, right? Right. I mean, the new belt's maybe a little bit shorter, maybe a couple of mil. But I mean, if it's an elastic belt, maybe it stretches over time. I don't know. How are we gonna get this one on? Right. I've learned some things. One, I can't, well, there's two reasons I can't turn the engine by hand to make this easier. One, it's an auto and it's in park. I need to start it to get it out. Two, they don't have a crankshaft bolt. They have four things that go in. You can buy a special tool. We don't have a special tool. You can also buy a special tool to put the belt on. Now, I've decided to try this method, right? And the only way I can turn the engine is by cranking it. Right, things have escalated. A man over there works at a motorsports place and he's got some of these. There's switches, momentary switches, but we're going to wire up a relay. I've just been slicing this open and slicing of course I did. Oh, actually, when I was looking for the starter relay, I did find a load of plasters. Why do I do this to myself? Right, so I'm a bit suspicious whether or not this is the right relay, but I did find someone online with doing the same thing, and they said it was this one. So we're gonna bridge it. We're gonna pretend we're the relay. The reason I'm suspicious is it's not just like you turn the key and it starts on these. You press the button once and it starts the car for you. It'll run the starter motor until the engine starts, and then it'll pull the signal. So I'm going to be doubly sure. I'm going to double check online, and then we'll plug this in and crank it and see what happens. I'll press the button at least and see if it cranks, and then hopefully that stays on. And the belt, this is all just, remember, this is just to get the aircon belt on. Which reminds me of, what's that YouTuber? Vice Grip Garage, I don't know what he's doing, but we'll press this and see what happens. Just gonna tap it. Oh. Something's clicking. Right, for whatever reason, that brilliant idea didn't work, so we're getting a little bit desperate. So what I'm going to try and do now is I'm going to jump lead to the starter point there, which is a 12 volt permanent live, and I'm going to try and get on. Can you see that down there? The one going south? That's the exciter wire, I'm pretty sure, so I'll try and touch that and just give it a little crank. Can't fucking see. Okay. Slightly better on there. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Yes. Right, mate, spat it off straight away. But at least we know the system works, right? Right, we've done it with some motorsport engineering. Just wedged a screwdriver behind that and just cranked the car again, and it went on. So yeah, there you go. Funny story. Yeah. Funny, very funny story. Can you guess what the funny story is? Can you guess what the funny story is? I know you want to see it one more time, right? Balance. There you go. As easy as that. Right, I'm gonna just put all this back together now. Oh, we've not looked at the washer bottle yet. Well, I'll put the the engine bay back together, because we're done now, thankfully. And then we'll have a look at the washer bottle, but we've still got the fuel filter to do, so that's gonna be a fiddly one on the floor. So yeah, I'll do the washer bottle next, and then the fuel filter. Right, I just put some more water in to see where this is leaking from. And it pissed out of here. Which is probably not the place you want it to be, because I don't know how do we get behind you? Pipe inside the crash bar. It's in there somewhere. Oh, that's annoying. Doesn't help us. Oh, that's a clue. It's a plastic pipe, and it's fucked. All right. Where does it come from? That one. Oh wow, BMW. Why? Oh. Might have some hose. I wonder if that heater hose. Who remembers the heater hose? That'd work, right? It's low pressure, isn't it? Alright, let me just show you the efforts I've made to make this work, right? It's caused the towing eye to fall out, but I unbolted here and it was getting stuck here. I've managed to get the hose in, and now I need to try and get the towing eye back in, which I think I can, but it's gonna rub on the pipe. It's gonna rub the pipe a bit, but hopefully I can get it to run in that channel. And I don't know, might work, might not. But yeah, getting there. So this needs to go back in there, and I'm going to have to tap it in with a long bar or something. Right, it's all together. Let's see if it works. Let's top it up first. See if it leaks. Sweet. And again. Oh. What? Oh, is that like an overflow or something, is it? Nozzles. It looks like this washer unit itself's leaking now, which is not too surprising, but nice if it didn't. All right. I'm interested to see if the thing's fire, so let's just make this a bit more presentable. What the fuck? Oh, that must be heated. Ah. I guess they must be heated. Why did I unplug? That's cool that they're heated, but I didn't see any action up here. But if I remember rightly, on the 3 Series, they have to be running, so maybe we'll just hope it works now that we've done a proper good fix. Unless I can just taste fluid for a little bit. It has to build up pressure to fire these. No firings? No? Not even a little bit? Oh, the headlights probably got to be on, right? Oh! Did you do it? Did you do it? Something happened. Something happened. I'm gonna. Father, can you do me a quick favour, please? Just press start button once. There you go. Oh yes. It's dribbling, but it's making a mess. This one's not working. I wonder if it's. Oh, I wonder if that leak, because this one was leaking, I wonder if it emptied the system. Just try it again, cycle ignition again. Is it blocked maybe? Whoa. Ah. Yeah! Yes! Nice. Cheers, man. Fucking fixed it. Yeah, what a day. Right, I'm gonna get it back together somewhat. Should we give the headlights a quick polish? I feel like we should give the headlights a quick polish while the bumper's off. I feel like we should. I don't know if I've got the gear though. I don't know if I've got the gear, man. I'm pretty weak on detailing stuff, you know. I might have to sack that idea off and come back. This is the old detailing drawer. Oh, carbon colour. Oh, there's still some left. Interesting. Right, we'll not. We'll maybe tidy the headlights up another day. They're not too bad, they're just a bit cloudy. Right, we're all done in the engine bay and the bumper's back on. Get this, right? I actually put every screw back in. Every single screw went back. I know. Yeah, I fully understand that you might be skeptical about that, but I'm not kidding, man. We've got one job left to do for today at least. I think I'm going to go home, have some tea, and we'll clean it in the morning. I'll come back up, we'll clean it in the morning, I think. I got the dog with me as well tomorrow, so some Stellacan maybe, but yeah, fuel filter. The fuel filter. And I ain't got any diesel with me to pre-fill it either, but I might fill it from the old filter. That old trick. But yeah, like I say, it's under the car somewhere. I'll try and show you where it is. I'll get under there. Right, I've not been on the floor yet to do the fuel filter, but I got a little bit distracted, yeah. Figured I'd have a go at this, yeah. The good news is that I triggered something and it made the boot open, right? Apparently I could have done this with software, but I don't have the software here anyway, so... do I have the software here? Anyway, I've demolished it instead, you know, which is the preferred method, of course. And yeah, I should be able to shut that now. I've just had to unlock it. Ooh. Thank you. So the problem here is not the tailgate wiring, because I have repaired that professionally, as you can tell by, oh, this is more telling, the apprentice marks on that. But yeah, the button, just the button don't work. So where's the button? I got another one somewhere. So I think take them bolts out and take the wiper. I'll replace that, look. Just a cheap eBay one, but if it works, right? So there's a little switch under here which I actually unplugged, which is what stopped my alarm working, so I should have kept it plugged in really, but the switch stopped working. I just never plugged it back in, so I knew the switch. I deducted from my expert knowledge of cars. I guess we want to take the next one off. Right, go on then, guesses. What's the size of that? Any guesses? Come on, get your guesses in. I'm going 24. It was a 24. I'm a bit worried about the old thing, the old glass having a bit of a smash here, but... got it anyway. How do we... It's right in there. I don't think this has anything to do with it. I've got a feeling this is not the original one, because there's loads of sealant underneath it, and I actually can't get it off. It's like tiger seal or something. I'm gonna try and find some cheese wire or something, so we can cut it off. So I've been fucking about with this for a little bit now with the cheese wire. With the cheese wire as well. Where's that gone? Cheese wire. There you are. There be a circlip. Yeah. Right. Well, it hasn't just exactly fallen out. Right, the good news is I don't think that was integral to to our problem. I don't think there's anything behind here holding it in. Where's the new one? No, there's nothing. It's got its own rubber seal as well, so I don't know why someone's siliconed it, but I'm back to the silicon. Get me my cheese wire. Oh, it's fucking glued to both sides, man. It's fucking fully glued together. You fucking knobheads. I've pretty much got the sealant done. There can't be any more sealant holding the top off. But now he's trying to get into this bit. Muppets. Unless they also fitted one of these aftermarket ones and it leaked a lot, and that's why they're going to go. Alright, it's last resort o'clock. Where is it? Where is it? Come on, where is it? Should be in here. There it is. The precision tool. Alright, it's just some more Googlings. And everyone's talking about a seed metal washer. I mean, that's a metal washer that's pretty seized, but like all the other ones that I watched, like this just falls out. But yeah, maybe. Wonder if that could have been the problem all the time. Nah, there's loads of sealant on it. I also found don't ignore this scratched glass. I found a forum post where people were talking about putting sealant here, and I was just like, you fucking cunts, man. So obviously whoever's done this has thought, oh, I'll put some sealant on it so it won't leak. Come on, stop it. Yeah, it's still going. Still need to do the fuel filter. Still not going to get any tea till like 10 o'clock. I've seen someone on one of the forums mention a Dremel, so I thought I'd try this one. The battery was dead. Looked similar to the Milwaukee battery, so I stuck a Milwaukee battery in it and now I can't get it back out. Yep, that's it. That's the update. Alright, I know you're getting sick of this. Believe me, I am as well, but maybe it's to make you feel better. Look at that! Yeah, I just got this little... Whatever it is, they call it a washer, but... I don't know, I just got it moving. Oh, I thought I had it moving. Well, thank you. Thanks for coming. The hell am I supposed to do without that? I don't know. Wiper delete, maybe? Well, you either die a hero, or you live long enough to see yourself become a villain. There's no way I can get that back on and not leak loads of water. So, just normal sealant at least, not tiger seal. So, well, I say that. Yeah, I'm fairly sure. I put the wrong size washer under the circlip, removed the circlip, and now I'm looking for the circlip. Fucking... Ignore that, I found it. Well, I've lost the shim for this. That's a bad time, but the good news is I don't think I actually, despite cracking it open and fucking wasting a tube or whatever, I'll try and seal it, but the new style, the eBay style, has a little gasket around here. You see it around all the way around? I didn't realise, but I've just realised now. And yeah, I think that's going to save the day. Ha! Finally, some good news. Well, it's 20 to 9. I think I got here for about 11. I can't find that shim. I've tried to make a shim Tried to find some washers that might work or whatever. Tried to make a shim out of the washers. Need the shim. Where's the shim? I'm going to stop looking for the shim. I'm going to do the fuel filler. But we must find the shim. And we're going to have to come back up in the morning and do some... Oh, that's the point. Petrol station shuts. I've got about 5 miles of range and the local petrol station shuts in an hour and 20 minutes. Let's get going. Right. Okay, I only spilt a little bit of oil. You're not dripping, are you? No. So, fuel filter. Pretty sure it's under this or under that. Are you just attached by cable ties? There's a screw there. Alright, I found it. It was in the far panel under the passenger seat. There she is. So it's got a wee Jubilee clip there. It's got a wee Jubilee at the back. It's got some wiring into the back. That's weird. I don't think I have to take any of that off. I can just take that clip out, and that should all slide off as a wanner. But I will have to undo that end. We'll try and keep it tilted up so that we can pour it into the back of the other fuel filter. Yeah. How the pipe's doing? Not too bad. Yeah, what's all this? Hey! You're not supposed to be doing that. I'm supposed to be under trade on that. Yeah, it looks a bit manky at that block there. I don't know if you can see it. That's a bit manky, isn't it? Wonder how that's happened though. Shouldn't be getting any moisture in there, but obviously there is quite a lot of moisture getting in. Anyway, I'm going to just do this and then I'll let you know how it goes. Alright, it's 10 to 10. I don't know where I'm going to get fuel. We'll think about that later. Car should be good to start up now. It drank all 8.5 litres of oil. It's only just on the full, so I don't know what it's going to do when the oil filter fills up and that. I didn't think it'd take that much, but... let's see if it starts. And then we'll try and find that shim. So I've plugged the fuel pump back in, I've plugged the injectors back in, everything's back in. The fuel filter, I filled it up with... oh, this would be nice to sit down. Oh, fucking hell. Have I been stood up all day or what? Here. Oh, ding. Right, I reckon it should start and hopefully just keep running, otherwise it'll die. Ha! That's what cars do, Dan. No, I mean if there's not enough fuel. Ah, I was incorrect. Oh, there she goes. That was a lot more cranking than what I thought it would be. I've got 14 miles range, have I? That's more than what I thought. 188,000. Hey, I just realised something funny. If they didn't park this in front of that, I could have just driven that home and come back up tomorrow, and I could have gone home and had some tea, and you know, funny that, isn't it? No shim yet. I'm trying to think if I've got like something else I can steal it off. Steely Dan. Ain't got a ring to it, that, innit? Donald Fagan. Don't know, man. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I can't even sacrifice the other shim, but it needs a shim either side of the spindle, doesn't it? So I don't know. It's got to be around there somewhere. It's got to be. I'll try and find it again. I just found it straight away. So it needs to be big enough to go over the spindle, but the outer diameter needs to fit through the threads on that. I just found it straight away. It was where I've been looking. Alright, I'll get this back together and then please work. Okay, once a slam, that's fine. Unlocks. Hey, we have a functional. I'm going to leave all this trim off. That's unplugged. For the light, I'm not putting any trim back on. I'm going to put it all in a box. We'll come back to it. I just want to see if it leaks, really. I don't think it will. I'm feeling good about this seal. It's heavy. I'm not feeling good about the whole wasting a tub of silicone. But I'll not put the wiper on either until I'll give it a blast on the way out, get rid of all this alloy stuff. But right, I'll tidy up. We'll give it a blast off and we'll come back tomorrow and I'm gonna do some E46 stuff, but we'll tidy this up as well and finish this vlog. Car took ages to start then. Just gonna ignore it. It's probably fine. But the people want to know if the rear wiper works, Dan. Me too. Does the rear wiper work? It works. It worked. You can see it spread. It did a work. Oh, right. See you in the morning. It's working again. We leak any water though, Dan? That's what the people would also like to know. How many range have you got, Dan? I've got 7 range, and I don't know where I'm going to get fuel. Oh, no water in there yet after that quick blast. She's probably sound, mate. Right, see you in the morning. What is that sound? Let's just pretend we didn't. What sound? What sound? Ah, it's like under tray or something, isn't it? Be alright.
You say you're looking for someone.
I know, but it's tradition, isn't it? I didn't expect it to be a 2-part. No, you can't drive. You stay there. Right, we're back today to finish off what we started. I don't know how yesterday took. I mean, maybe you're used to it by now, but I'm still adjusting. I had so many other things to do yesterday. I was just going to service this on the side, and yeah, I didn't get home while really late, man. Really late. Not good. Cool goat over here, though. Look at that lad there. Meh. See him? You see what I'm seeing? Where's he gone? Man, not you. Where's he gone? Billy. You're no doing bally. You see it? The black goat. It's cool, isn't it? Goat. Speaking of black goats, not just the E61. Hello. Oh, you know how we were on the floor yesterday? I mean, the big job really was the old that boot thing, weren't it? But yeah, look, there's a fully functioning 4-post ramp there. I just completely forgot. So we'll put it on there. One of the under trays is dragging a bit, so we'll put it on there and have a look. and maybe have a tidy up. What do you think? What are you doing? You just try and go down there, but your ass is too big. Come on, let's get the car inside and then we'll go. Parking sensors are working again. It's wearing a bit on the inside, isn't it? I don't know if I can be asked doing an alignment, but it would appear she needs one. I wonder why that's happened. Yeah, we need to... That could have been the rattling noise last night, maybe. Maybe just drill some holes and attach that a bit better. Rear tyres, how are you doing? Rear tyres gone. It's not far off the limit there. Maybe put the front tyres on the rear. I've had an advisory on the MOT for these bushes. These ones, is it? Maybe. But I mean, the tyre wear is good, so I don't know if it's causing any problems. I keep thinking of putting some new struts on this. I've never had an old car with new struts before. I wonder if it'd be nice. Oh, another thing that I want to do is bushes, like transmission bushes. So it has quite a bit of slop. But, you know, that don't look perfect, does it? Have you seen this, Stella? I lent some on my cable ties. Everyone knows you open cable ties in the middle, right? Look what they did. Can you believe that? It's crazy, right? Mental. Oh, I've just seen her. What have I just seen? Where are you? Oh, there he is. What are you doing, Mr. Farm Spider? Oh yeah! Got me hiding under there for too long. Yeah, on this side. Just noticed something. Do you reckon that brake pad wear sensor's doing much? I wonder how long it's been there. Where's it go? Hey, there you go, pal. I did have, if you remember, I was going to get another daily at the start of this year because this thing was stinking of diesel and it was horrible. And to fix that, what I did was I read about an old trick online. Just like an old timer trick maybe, or maybe like a backstreet garage trick. I don't want to say it's dodgy or anything. I'm just being like, I don't think a main dealer would do this. I just tightened up the injectors a bit. So they have like a washer apparently, I think that's the right, or they have some kind of spigot, or they have something where the injector locates and that just wears out, and ideally you need to change it, or I think I just gave it like a quarter turn on each injector and it's not huffed since and it doesn't smell of diesel anymore, and that was probably 10,000 miles ago. So, but we're all done now on the underside. Just need to tidy it up now and tidy up over there. Dog wants some dinner, so priorities there. She's super clingy today. I think she just wants feeding. Some dinner. All right, I just got the back of the car cleared out. Right, a lot of it went in the bin, but a lot of it, I don't know. I mean, so there's a few engine oils, there's a few bags of stuff, deck chair, loads of clothes, a bottom bed sheet. These, which I'm very happy to find, the new bottoms that I bought recently and I thought I'd lost. They were about 80 quid, the fireproof stuff. What else have we got around this side? A bag full of sweets, some jump leads, of course, jump leads, some tape, some steering devices, camber gauge. I found the other head cam that I thought I'd lost, so I'll put this on because this one fits my massive head, where the new one doesn't seem to fit my massive head so much. My book of CDs, which, to be fair, I still use all the time. Some good ones in here. Yeah, that's, if you know that, then you're brought up right, yeah? Oh yeah, look at this. Just some CDs in that, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, is that it? No, some more. Ooh, no jacket required. Ooh, we get cold though, won't you? Yeah, it's not full. It's just got a few CDs in it. I'm interested what this is. I've put something in this box, but it was in another box, in a bigger box. Oh, it's loads of old brake pads. For who? For the Civic, maybe? Dixel, maybe? Yeah. I found a block of wood, some electrical stuff. Yeah. But I'm going to try and make use of this. This should have a gas strip, but I reckon it's dead. Oh, it's not even connected. I mean, I'm guessing you're dead because you're just chilling, but are you dead? Hey mate, you alright? Yeah, dead. They're probably cheap to replace, but where's that block of wood? So I want to make use of this area for, you know, jump leads and stuff. What we've got in a minute? A tow rope, handy. We've got a rag, old style jack, and a wheel brace. That's good. We've got a beer mat for carling. Yeah, that's probably like a kneeling mat or something. I was going to say prayer mat, but that's not PC, is it? You know what I mean. Right, so can I get the jump leads in here and some other bits? Surely, right? You can't go in there. No, too big. I mean, it's not a lot, but it's honest work, right? Plenty of room for more stuff, but I don't know what else to put in here. There's something that's just come to mind while we're pissing about with the 5 Series. Well, I say come to mind, I've been sat down Googling it for about half an hour. I quite often get a message from BMW themselves saying they want to recall the car because it might set on fire. And it's something that I think about a lot. And I've just researched what they want to look at, and there's a battery terminal under here. And we need some dielectric grease really to do the job properly, but I don't think there's going to be any of that up here. And I looked at Screwfix and all that, and they haven't got any, so it'd probably be like an Amazon Prime job or something like that, or an eBay, you know. But what we can do is we can have a look and see if the terminal is actually knackered. If you've got an E60, you'll know about this. They send you, I get a letter every like 3 months about it telling me to take it to BMW, but obviously haven't done. So I think this needs to all come out, but you know, of course, after I've just done it. Alright, I just found this. Wasn't too bad actually. Big empty hole there. Why? I think there's some electrics and stuff under here, but like, yeah, doesn't seem like the. I wonder if we can move these and put the wheel in there. It just doesn't fit at the minute. I just tried it. I tried it in there. We'll try it in this. Yeah, sounds. Cheers for that. Nah, it wouldn't be big enough. Maybe get like a little spare or something. Like a space saver. But yeah, the problem is this guy. Mine seems alright. I have actually disconnected the battery. I know, I'm fucking crazy. So what happens is, this guy here, BMW connect this man to the front of the car with a connection underneath, and this guy comes loose. And when it comes loose, it can cause fires. Yep. But it seems pretty... There's clips on mine are all intact. Seems fine. So nothing to worry about. On the fix they put grease all around it. It's already got a little bit of grease on it. Maybe it's already been recalled, I don't know. The clip looks pretty new, right? But I mean, it's not going to be seeing much action down here, is it? Everything looks pretty new. relatively speaking. But yeah, we're all good, so I don't have to worry about fires anymore. I just got the boot trims and stuff back on. Gave all the edges a little wipe down. I managed to find the boot trims. I've put the rear seat in as well, and they were all together. I'd put things together, can you believe it? So yeah, I just put all this back on as well and just give it a little wipe down. It's maybe not detailing well approved, but it's a bit more presentable. Not that we're one for presenting in mind, but you know, it's nice to have nice things, isn't it? It is raining, thunderstorming at the minute, but I think let's give it a little wash, eh? I just checked the engine oil after yesterday. I put 8.5 litres in it. I'm sure there's 8.5 litres. Still wanted a little bit more. So I put that mystery oil in that I found at a track. I smelled it and I looked at it. It looked like oil, but it could be anything, couldn't it? I was just thinking when I was pouring it in, I hope that's engine oil. I don't know where I found it. I think it was at one of the tracks somewhere. Alright, I've gone too far now. I will fully understand if you unsubscribe now, right? Could eat your dinner off that. And also... let's do it. Wow. Yeah? Improvement? I think so. Oh, hang on. Oh yeah. Right, we're all done. Headlights look mega. I mean, I don't know how it looks on there, but IRL, the headlights look really good. Yeah, I don't know what it looks like on the camera, but IRL, they look proper good. It is raining outside quite bad, but I'll still give it a quick wash just to, you know, why not? Get the dust off at least. Alright, we're all done with this video, aren't we? It's absolutely pissing it down. Look at the rain. It's ridiculous, man. Another little fail to end on. That brake pad wear sensor, either my brake pads are very low or we've damaged the sensor putting it back in. Should have let it dangle because I've got the warning light now. So after having no warning lights yesterday, all the service things done, now I've got brake pad warning light, haven't we? Brake pad warning light, aren't we? iPhone camera's the other side. I'm looking here, I don't know why I look to the right, but fucking hell, that rain's heavy, isn't it? Jesus. Yeah, it's camera's on this side. Oh. Fucking hell. Torrential. Bad, isn't it? Bent my mirrors in that rain. Have you seen it? Bent my mirrors in. No, honestly, it was pissing it down. I couldn't be bothered washing the car in the rain. I'm not that dedicated. Just put it through there just to get the shit off the headlights and all that. Look at it, man. It looks good, right? From a distance through a phone camera, right? I love the wheels on these, on the SE, the early SE. I've always been a fan of the wheels. Might refurb the spare set. But that's all from this one, so it's been a bit of a roller coaster, but we got there in the end. I'll be driving the car down to Mallory Park tomorrow. We've got another Porsche day. Let me just open my split tailgate to show you. Has it been leaking any? Looks pretty dry. But yep, she's loaded up for a race day. Look, gazebo, fuel cans, table. I'm only arrive and drive as well, but you know, I'll help out a little bit, yeah. Hey, so that's all. Thanks for watching. In the future, Porsche video, yeah, why not? Let me know what you thought about this one, because I had to ask the patrons whether or not it'd be a good idea or not. So if this is on YouTube, that means they said it was a good idea. So what do you think, public YouTube? What do you think to my headlights, huh? do you think to my headlights? That's not flickering IRL, it's just on the camera. Interior still looks, look at all the muck in that seat. I need a wet vac. Hang on, before you go. Oh, she's a minter. So I'm only 12,000 miles off 200k now. We'll piss it, won't we?